previously.
Oh my gosh.
Morning, everyone. I look awful. My eyes felt swollen. I think it is really swollen. Is it? Okay, it's 5 a.m. I got my here. Start the day with cocoa tea. It was pretty cold and um again because of the slope I was keep going down and every time I was moving around and adjusting myself, I was getting out of breath. I wasn't even moving, just like squirming around inside my sleeping bag. I was getting out of breath. I had to do the deep breath, just sleeping. Okay, wish me luck. Pancake? Jug of hot chocolate.
Chocolate.
Pancake with chocolate syrup.
Nice.
Soon after breakfast, we started our hiking.
Nice view, amazing view. That little tip, let me see. Yeah, right there, that was the Dead Woman's Pass. There you can see our campsite.
Mornings are normally rushed, so if you're OCD like me, you better wake up earlier to get things ready. I got up about an hour before wake-up call.
First part of today's trail is going uphill. Okay. This is very steep. It's really steep. So far, this is the steepest part. Even steeper than yesterday. It's a nice day today.
Yeah, sunny.
Oh, yeah.
We've been so lucky with weather. Other than few hours of heavy rain the day before, we had sun mostly and the temperature was between 7 to 17 Celsius. Machu Picchu basically has two seasons. During the wet season from November to March, it's warmer but rains a lot. During the dry season from April to October, it's dry but cold.
This part is beautiful because we're walking right beside a cliff around the mountain. Yeah, we almost made it to our first Inca ruin. Still at 3,770 meters high.
Third day definitely had the most stunning view.
We're halfway up to the top of the mountain, and at this point, you get this amazing view of the Inca ruin we just passed by. They have a little pond on top of the mountain. I can barely speak. This is another resting place. I was so sad to hear that this wasn't the first official break. Right there. Still high up. I'm here. From the bottom here, we're resting. There's an optional hike. Should be only like 5 minutes up there. It only has amazing view. Let's go. I'm huffing and puffing. But this optional hiking was so worth it. It's amazing. Here, let me show you. It's so beautiful. So that path is where we came up, and that was a little pond, and right there was another pond, and I took picture of that tip earlier at the ruin. And then after this, just like Dead Woman's Path, we're kind of in between the valleys. We're at the top of the valley, and after that it's all downhill. Well, not all, but for now we're going down, so it should be a little bit easier.
The good thing about falling behind was that my friend and I spent a lot of time with our guides, Joe and Miguel. Both were so patient, encouraging, and friendly, and we learned so much about the culture, people, and the mountains.
This black one, the dry one, smells like stinky socks.
This was one of the flowers the ladies at the weaving center used to dye their yarns.
Oh, okay. We're closer to the second Incan site, Sayak Marca. And then they have amazing lookout here. You can see the whole Incan site.
This ruin was a little bit off of the trail, and you had to climb up the very steep stairs, so my friend and I couldn't go. But they gave us a head start for once.
And then down there, there's another Incan site, and we're gonna pass by. Okay, so as we were coming around, I thought we could go into the Incan site, but there's this tiny path you can take. But again, it's going uphill and looks very rugged, so we're skipping it. It was small, and we saw it from the top. We could see the entire site. So we've entered the Amazon side of Inca Trail. So that's why you see a lot more vegetation. Even up in the mountain, there's so much more trees and greenery. It's not yellow anymore. Whenever we see sign, we get so happy. We're practically here. Yay! This is the first official resting spot. And there are some lady porters. I thought we were quite low. We're still at 3,454 meters, but a little bit lower. So this part has lots of stairs, but the flat part itself is sloped. So it's as bad. Uphill is uphill. Any incline, huffing and puffing. Wow, we're going through a cave. Oh, there's more. Ooh. Whoa. It's so dark. Dark and wet. Yay! Made it. So speaking of wet, the wet rocks are very slippery. So make sure to wear hiking boots with good quality trekking. The little river there is Urubamba River, the river we walked by on day one. Wow, this is kind of scary. It's like literally off the cliff. Okay.
Oh, that's Aguas Calientes.
Aguas Calientes. Okay. Oh, looks pretty close. Hey, we're close. We're close. We can do it. We have a little bit more hope. And look at the tents for our lunch. There's baño. I definitely need to use. Yeah, I'm having diarrhea.
With high altitude, you're going to experience all kinds of GI problems, including diarrhea, constipation, indigestion, bloating, and nausea. So make sure to bring extra toilet paper and wipes.
There's my savior. Best person to see. Gracias. Okay, we're greeted by lemonade. Oh, actually, today is apple juice. But it's not too sweet, it's mild. It's good. Ladies. So Danas is ladies. Okay, same like squatting toilet.
If you're preparing for Inca Trail, make sure to exercise squatting as well. Or you could get female urinal funnels for number 1.
Okay, this water is for flushing. You just get a bucket of water and pour it over.
We had a buffet style lunch. Chefs cooked so many different types of food.
Okay, looks amazing. Chicken finger, empanada. Okay, I don't know what's in there. Stir fried rice, vegetables.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Thank you! Gracias, gracias.
Okay, guys, take your pictures because this is plastic gesture.
Wow!
Está bien, buen tamaño.
After lunch, we finally had a chance to meet all the crews.
Those spotters, our heroes. Without them, Inca Trail would be very hard. Okay, we're gonna start with our chefs.
I'm not going to fast forward this part because every single one of them deserves recognition.
Ya pasajeros, buenas tardes.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Mi nombre es Walter Crispin.
He's Walter Crispin. 14 years working for G Adventure. Applause for Walter, please.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Pablo.
Good afternoon, everybody. His name is Pablo,
40 años.
40 years old. 3 years working for G Adventure. And this guy is the boss, el patrón, el jefe, the head porter.
Amigos, buenas tardes.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Mi nombre es Primitivo.
His name is Primitivo.
El grupo es de Lamay.
This group is coming from Lamay, Sacred Valley.
Y estoy trayendo Bali.
He's carrying part of our duffel bags. Applause for Primitivo.
Amigos, buenas tardes.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Mi nombre es Vicente.
Vicente,
Tengo 58 años.
58 years old. He's carrying part of the duffel bags. Claps, claps.
Señores, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Celestino.
Celestino,
Tengo 35 años. Estoy llevando
36 years
mesas.
old. He's carrying the table, our weight.
Pero buenas tardes.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Mi nombre es Abraham.
Abraham?
Sí.
Abraham is his name.
Tengo 25 años y
25 years old.
estoy trayendo DAF.
He's carrying part of the duffel bags as well. Brothers and sisters, good afternoon. Feliciano, yeah, 51 years old. He's carrying the pots, cooking pot. Brothers and sisters, good afternoon. Saturnino, 54 years old. We call this guy the garbage man. He's probably one of the most important members in this team. He's always the last one. He needs to clean up the camping set, and he's carrying the portable toilet. He's carrying our garbage as well.
Important.
Good afternoon, everybody. He's Juan, 41 years old. He's carrying pots, knives, spoons, small things in general, and a big container.
Pasajeros, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Elisban.
Elisban,
Tengo 20 años.
20 years old.
Estoy cargando DAF.
He's carrying duffel bags.
Amigos, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Fernando.
Fernando,
Tengo 24 años.
24 years old. Not catching.
Varitas.
He's carrying duffel bags as well.
Amigos, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Daniel.
Daniel,
Tengo 32 años.
32 years old.
Estoy cargando el carro.
He's carrying the kitchen tank.
Amigos, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Santos.
Santos,
42 años.
43 years old.
Estoy trayendo balón de gas.
He's carrying the propane tank.
Oh, heaviest.
Amigos, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Clímaco. Tengo 23 años.
Dimaco?
Clímaco.
Climaco.
23 años.
23 years old.
Estoy trayendo cooler.
Yeah, he's probably one of the fastest ones in the team because he's currently cooler.
Oh.
Chicken, beef, yeah, and he run basically.
Amigos, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Wilbers,
Wilber, Wata,
20 años.
20 years old.
Siria.
He's carrying the stools.
Pasajeros, muy buenas tardes. Me llamo Rosindo,
Rodecindo, Wata,
52.
52 years old.
Estoy trayendo valeja.
Yeah, he's carrying part of the duffel bags as well.
Señores pasajeros, buenas tardes. Yo me llamo Francisco, 42 años.
Francisco, 42 years old.
Estoy cargando el carro personal.
He's carrying the personal tents.
Amigos, buenas tardes. Yo me llamo Jesús. Tengo 46 años.
Suti, Baba.
Jesús.
Jesus, 43 years old. He's carrying the dining tent.
Banay ko na lintar kacho. Makasote Marcelino.
He's Marcelino, you know this guy, right?
Watat, kachong pescayo.
55 years old.
I know.
Cargando carpa personales.
Yeah, he's carrying
Con una hacienda.
Hola amigos y señores pasajeros, muy buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Javier, tengo 30 años y estoy trayendo
¿Cuántos años?
30
30 years old.
a Pamishan de todo lo que es víveres, profe.
He's carrying
Verduras, todo.
vegetables and some groceries in a big container.
Oh, this must be the ruin, Incan ruin they were going next. And the sign is right at our lunch spot. That means it's really close. Yeah, Yosef said it's gonna be 10 minutes. All downhill. I can kind of see a little bit, so that must be it. Apparently Yosef's favorite ruin, aside from Machu Picchu. Oh, this section was hard because it's quite steep, narrow, and small uneven steps. Oh. So unlike other ruins, this one was a temple. The other ones are all stations or food storages, little houses for normal people, but this one is temple. This is the original carved steps. Behind this is my Incan toilet. Because if you come from the top, it's nicely blocked. And I wasn't the only one. There are a lot of toilet papers in there. The camera, it's showing really bright, but it's actually very dark. Even though it's sunny out there, it's much darker than what's showing on video. Yay, we're at the meeting spot. Our guys waiting for us. Because from the lunch spot coming down here, because they were really steep, we were supposed to go as a group, the whole group, everyone, all 16 of us. But you know, after walking on your pace for 2 days, it's hard for fast people to slow down and hard for slow people like myself to speed up. So we ended up being separated again. But yeah, Miguel and Joseph always wait for us to make sure we're okay. Ooh, this is like going down the enchanted castle. We got another cave here. It's narrow and dark and steep. Sun's starting to set already. I believe it's a little past 5. I don't have watch with me right now. So in Inca Trail, there's no such thing as sunset, sunrise. It really depends on where you are in the part of the Inca Trail. So it could get dark at 5 or 6:30. Really depends on where we are. And the slow group is about 30 minutes behind the schedule. I'm sure the rest of the group is 30 minutes ahead of the schedule. So we're likely to arrive at the campsite when it's dark. So we picked up the pace a little bit. No more talking, less taking pictures. Okay, we gotta hurry up. Yeah, last Mayan ruin of the day. This is a steep terraces. We could see it when we were coming down from the trail today. So apparently this was a farming terrace. It's hard to see from here. It goes all the way down. And look, there's a sign of civilization. No, I like the remoteness last 2 days. It was so tranquil. So right there is our camp tonight. It's gonna take 30 minutes from here. Easy peasy. Okay, I can't believe we arrived here in time. We actually got here before dark. We just made it. So apparently this is a private campsite. So we basically have this washroom by ourselves and it's right beside us. And this one has shower if you dare. Again, it's glacier water. So a squatting toilet again with flush.
After 16 kilometers of hiking, everyone started to sound like they were drunk and nonsensical from exhaustion. But we had the most fun during this dinner. I was so lucky to have a nice group of people who were friendly, genuine, encouraging, and appreciative.
Finished the dinner with Munya tea.
After dinner, we had to say goodbye to our porters and chefs. Tomorrow morning, they're going to be in a hurry to catch their train to go back after serving us quick breakfast and clean up the campsite. That's why we have to get up at 3 a.m., not because we want to see sunrise at Sungate.
We don't say goodbye, we say see you next time. My dear friends, claps, big claps for our heroes.
We also had a chance to show our appreciation. We gave a speech and gathered tips for porters and chefs. Geo Adventures gives you recommended tip amounts. Before the trip, I thought it was pretty significant, especially being US dollars, but once I spent time with them, I knew they deserved every single penny. I used a washroom before going to bed one last time. This one was one of the clean ones. I also had to put this muscle relaxant before going to bed, but still it wasn't enough for my sore muscles. Then I went to bed right away at 9:30 p.m. to wake up at 3 a.m. the next morning.
Wow, we got hot water again this morning. Okay, last night Joseph said all the staffs, they're in hurry to catch their own train to go back down. So there won't be any, wake up call with coca tea or hot water. But they always prize me, always go above and beyond for us. Breakfast, it's super simple. Just got bread and got hot water. I just made coffee. The bread was a little dry, has slight sweetness. So I just put margarine in it. It's go time. It's just before 4 a.m. Oh my gosh, I can't go down. I put Voltaire in extra.
I should have done more stretching throughout the hike. Just 5 minutes from the campsite, we settled down at a shelter to wait until the checkpoint opened. The shelters right by the checkpoint were already full, and this was another reason to get up early. Thanks to chefs, they packed us a sandwich before they left.
The porters are leaving to catch their train. And soon after we got here, the other groups gathered. And thank God we got here early to be able to get seats under the shelter. I mean, today the weather is really nice. But yeah, everyone was fighting for the seat. I heard there are over 100 people just from the Inca Trail going to Machu Picchu this morning. It's a little bit past 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. and finally it's getting bright. And I'm walking around aimlessly because I'm so cold. I didn't realize waiting here for an hour, you're just sitting down, not moving, so you get really cold. So make sure to dress extra warmer than you think is needed.
We started lining up close to the time before the checkpoint opened.
So while we were waiting, we were asked to take up 1 hour if you have too many layers right now because it's gonna be a little bit warmer down there. So the checkpoint is gonna be open in 10 minutes, and it seems like once the gate opens, the checkpoint opens, everyone's gonna rush through it to get to the Machu Picchu. So you won't have any time to stop or get changed. So you need to get ready.
I know, I love that.
Ooh, the lights on. Here we go. Woohoo! It's happening.
Peruvian government only allows 500 permits per day for Inca Trail, and 300 permits are allocated for support staffs, which leaves only about 200 permits for tourists. So make sure to book your Inca Trail tour well in advance.
Oh my god, this is called monkey step. And so steep that it's easier to just go on your fours. Just use your hand. We made it to Sun Gate. It was about 1.5 hours from the checkpoint.
Sun Gate was a gateway to Machu Picchu and served as an astronomical observatory. It's perfectly aligned for the sun ray to pass through and illuminate a structure inside Machu Picchu during the winter solstice.
Yeah. Wow, you can see Machu Picchu. Apparently, cloud just cleared up a couple of minutes. So we are not allowed to bring food into the Machu Picchu. So we're eating all the snacks now. There are cafes just outside of the Machu Picchu, and you can buy drinks and alcoholic drinks as well. Okay, from the Sun Gate, it's all downhill. 40 minutes downhill.
It might be hard to see, but the winding road under the cloud is the road we are going to take bus down after Machu Picchu.
Whoa, we're getting closer. Cloud is up there, but then sun is shining. Perfect. So this section is only for people who did the Inca Trail, the full Inca Trail. If you take bus, you cannot be here. Crazy with people taking the photos.
Everyone lined up for the corner and we had to hurry to get photos.
Here's the classic postcard picture. So if you take bus tours or train tours, you get to go down there. All these people. However, you're not allowed to be up here. These are only open for people who did the full Inca Trail. I'm so glad we did the Inca Trail. It's so busy and tourist here. Ooh.
Once at Machu Picchu, everything was in a hurry to avoid even more crowd later. We just had enough time to drop off our bags, use washroom, and grab something to drink before entering.
We're not allowed to bring any bags over, 30 liters. So I had to check my bag. You pay over there is $5. You get a ticket and they'll stamp one of the other ticket that says the same number.
It was so nice to use modern washroom after 3 days of squatting toilets.
This is where we get our passport check before we go on to Machu Picchu.
Inside the Machu Picchu, you have to follow designated circuit with a guide in order to preserve the site. We did circuit number 3.
So actually, all three of us had to get a new passport for different reasons. Since we booked this tour, we brought the old passport that we got the permit with. So you have to make sure to bring the passport, you got the permit, not the current passport. We're inside. We're in actual Machu Picchu.
Good job, my dear friends. Congratulations to all of you. We are here all together in one piece, enjoying this beautiful moment.
I was so glad Joe continued to be our guide inside Machu Picchu. My dear Joe, I can't say enough good things about him. He was so knowledgeable and spoke Quechua, Spanish, and English fluently. There were no questions he couldn't answer from all of us. Not only that, but also he was passionate, proud, friendly, and even funny. Even looking at the dynamics of other groups, we knew we had the best guide.
Oh, and these llamas.
This is too humid for alpacas. There are only llamas here.
Oh. So whose llamas are these?
Rangers.
Oh, rangers. Look at your pretty eyes. There's a current archaeological site, and they're very strict. They need a permit in order to do any research and excavations and discoveries. Oh my god, we're stopping for llamas to pass by.
The condor is here. It was carved on the rock. It's a male condor.
There's a
because
head.
You can see the scar.
Oh,
Condor was considered the messengers of the gods.
Yeah.
Condors
wing.
are monogamic. The life expectancy of the condor.
It was so interesting to hear all about history, archaeology, architecture, and culture of Inca. We also learned that the movie Indiana Jones was based on Hiram Bingham, the archaeologist who discovered Machu Picchu. After the hike, I wish we had more time, but our hour-and-a-half tour of Machu Picchu came to an end.
We're at the bus stop, lining up. I heard it gets crazy busy after 11 o'clock. That's why we're trying to get out of here as soon as possible. So after 11, you could wait up to like 1 hour. Oh, so this bus will take us to Aguas Calientes. Nice waters. I know the meaning, but I can never say it right. Aguas Calientes. Literally means like aguas means water, or I guess in this case springs. Calientes, hot. They have an actual hot spring. We were hoping part of this tour would include the hot springs, but it doesn't. So we're going straight to Cusco.
Bus tickets were already included in our tour, so we didn't have to worry about buying tickets. Once we arrived at Aguas Calientes, we settled at a restaurant and our duffel bags were all waiting for us.
It's a lunch place. Maracuya sour?
Yes. This is good. I like how it's not too sweet.
약간 ceviche looks amazing. Actually, the avocado looks really good. Avocado's been very fresh. I don't know what this purple thing is. It's pretty. Okay, I got quinoa soup again. The other one is so good, but this one is with chicken instead of beef.
In addition to delicious food, the restaurant had really nice washroom.
So with running water and trash can with lid. This is luxury. We just finished lunch. We have about an hour to kill before we catch our train. I'm just gonna walk around market in Aguas Calientes. I said it right. As you can imagine, it's super touristy here, and it's the biggest city before Machu Picchu, so everything's more expensive. Wow, look at the lineup to go to Machu Picchu.
We decided to get coffee, but service was so slow. We ended up getting takeout and had to go back to the restaurant.
We got our train ticket. And apparently everyone was born in 1993.
Everybody got tickets.
And everyone's Canadian.
Just for the train ride, we had to carry our duffel bag and I was struggling even that short period of time. Just like they were leaving Andes Mountains behind. After soaking in the nature and going through the rigorous hiking for 4 days, a lot of people, including myself, got emotional leaving the mountains. During the ride, they had complimentary water service and other drinks and snacks were available for purchase. Okay, I thought Inca Trail washrooms were bad, but this was the worst. Somebody somehow managed to have diarrhea all over the washroom just out of toilet. After about an hour and 30 minutes of ride, we had arrived at Oeta in Tambo. Again, we were in a hurry to get to the shuttle bus to beat the traffic. When we got to the shuttle bus, our bags from the hotel magically showed up and were loaded already. After 2.5 hours with a quick rest stop, by the time we arrived at Cusco, it was dark. We settled with Chinese food for dinner, but I must say it was disappointing for someone who's used to eating authentic Asian food. Oh my gosh. Finally, I'm back to hotel. We're in the same hotel in Cusco, Hotel Prisma. I got up at 2 a.m. this morning, and then what time is it? Actually, I don't even know what time it is. Probably like 9 p.m. Anyways, I'm completely exhausted. So tomorrow we're taking a plane to Lima. So we have to leave the hotel at 10:15. And I'll see you tomorrow. Night. Morning, everyone. I don't know what day it is, but at least I look kind of decent. So I slept pretty good until early in the morning when everyone was getting ready outside. The sound insulation is not so good here. I cannot believe a lot of people from my group is going to the Rainbow Mountain. So their pickup time is at 4:30 a.m. this morning after getting up at 3 a.m. last night. Yeah, so after you finish the Inca Trail, you also have option of doing other tours. So some of them are going to Rainbow Mountains today, and some people, few of them are even doing Amazon tour after that. Yeah, so you can choose all the different types of tours you want from GeoAdventures. But my friends and I are going to Lima today, and we're going home tomorrow. Okay, let's see what they have for breakfast. Cutleries. Okay. All those popped grains. I love those. Bread. We have yogurt.
El bus no tendrá descanso. Sí. Vale. Pero hay alguien más, no hay nadie, de gente no, ¿no? De gente no hay nadie, ¿no? ¿Gente? Sí, solo paletas de ¿no? Vale, sí. Yo soy el
Our favorite onion or pasta salad. Oh, it must be yuca. Some more. I think this is deep fried tortilla. I'm not sure, but it has very, very slight sweet hint to it. All the bread in Peru has a little sweet taste to it, so I like it. I like most of the Peruvian food with lots of quinoas, corns, some vegetables. But the one thing that they don't do well is pasta. Grainy, has like little grainy texture to it, and it's not as glutinous, so you don't get that nice chewy texture. I just ordered scrambled eggs. Depends on which tour you come with. It's either included or you have to pay extra. Unfortunately for GeoAdventures, eggs not included, so you have to pay 4 soles. But yeah, so she has the waitress. She has a list of all the guest names and which room you're in and which group you're with.
Another Geo Adventures representative picked us up to go to the airport, and few more people joined us on the way.
So impressed that our luggage is neat. They're not strapped. So in Peru, boarding time is not accurate. So it says the departure time is 12:40 and it shows boarding time of 11:40. They'll show the gate number about 10 minutes before your departure time. So that is the boarding time. Basically, when the gate number comes up, that's when the boarding is ready and you go to the gate. So don't panic if you don't get here before the printed out boarding time. Good thing I checked the flight number. So ours is LATAM 2016, and if you see it says 105 instead of 12:40, and it doesn't show anywhere that it's delayed. So you have to keep an eye on your flight number, and the gate is confirmed. So we're just by our gate. So this one's downstairs.
After an hour and a half, we arrived at Lima Airport, and another Geo Adventures representative picked us up with a shuttle bus. Yay! I'm finally back to the same hotel, Ibis budget. I missed this hotel. Yeah, the traffic was so bad. The guide said it's gonna take 45 minutes to an hour. But it took hour and 20 minutes. What time is it now? I think it's like 4 p.m. So really, we only have time to have dinner and that's it. We gotta get ready to go home tomorrow. So tomorrow our flight is 6 a.m. I believe. So we booked our own private transportation to pick us up at 4:15 a.m.
Cheers! It looks really, and portion is huge. Yeah, they're really good.
Hungry.
Yeah.
I'm actually having a plate now.
Wow, this looks good.
Everything tasted so delicious and they gave lots of seafood. I'm back at the hotel. I'm so glad we finished the last day in Lima with a really good dinner and amazing drink. So it's 7 p.m. but our pickup time tomorrow morning is at 4:15 a.m. So I gotta take shower, pack, and get ready. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. Morning everyone. Finally, it's the day that I go back home to my babies and to the reality. So every single one of us will have different experience. For me, this was amazing. I think it's hard to describe. It's just minus the cities. Not just Peru. I'm just not a big fan of cities, but the Andes Mountains. It's just such a sacred place. It makes you feel small. It makes you feel appreciative. And it was amazing how we did the 70 to 80% of the original Inca Trail. Okay, then time to go to airport, go to the craziness. I hope it's better because it's so early in the morning. It's not 4 o'clock yet. We booked the same shuttle bus company as when we first arrived at Lima Airport 9 days ago. We were lucky to be able to book a non-stop flight from Air Transat to go back to Toronto.
I'm inside the gate area now, and we got here in record time of less than 35 minutes. So I can tell you for sure, at 4 a.m. there's no traffic. Yeah, so coming here, the check-in area was pretty quiet. It was pretty smooth. However, the immigration was very slow. There's a long lineup. I was moving really, really slowly. So make sure to have enough time for immigration lines. I just found out that I cannot bring any drinks onto the plane. So, well, not any drinks. So just like the security at the check-in point, you cannot bring any drinks more than 100 milliliters. I wish I knew because I already bought here. I had bought Inca Cola and Coke for Jay, and I have to make this like less than 100 ml, and he's gonna have to drink gassed out drinks. This is really annoying. So at the cashier, the sign only said if you are traveling to US, it specifically said USA, that you cannot bring liquid more than 100 milliliters. Canada is not US. So I sound so bitchy. So I'm really annoyed. And I also got 2 bottles of water to bring it on board. Now I have to waste it. I hate wasting, and it's so expensive. Okay, well. So keep in mind, if you're bringing any drinks for souvenir, make sure to put them into your luggage. So do not bring them on board. Don't buy it inside the airport. Oh, I just heard if you really want to bring bottles of liquid or souvenir, I guess just like a liquor, you buy it at the duty free. So what they're gonna do is that they'll bring the drinks to the gate. But obviously, just like any other duty free items, you cannot open it inside the boarding. So it doesn't help with the drinking water in the plane, but at least for souvenirs like Coke or any other drinks, you can bring them that way. So from Lima Airport flying out to Canada and US, they reinforced the North American liquid regulation, the restriction. You cannot fly with more than 100 milliliters of liquid, and all in a 1 liter plastic bag. I don't know why they're reinforcing it here. And also they're gonna have a separate security check-in area just before the boarding, right by the gate.
After going through a long process of all the bags checked, we were finally on board the plane. The captain made an announcement apologizing for the inconvenience. He said it was a new rule set by Canadian Border Services for flights from certain destinations, and that they didn't even know in advance. Throughout the flight, they served water more frequently. After 8 hours of flight, we had arrived at Toronto.
It's so nice to be home. No, there's no place like home. See, despite all the obstacles, I'm so glad we finished the entire trip safely. Thank you so much for following my journey with me. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to more videos. Don't forget to click on the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. So thank you so much. Bye. I'll see you next time.